TVS Football Special, the British Champions Cup.
Good evening from Ibrox Park in Glasgow for the Zenith Data Systems Challenge. In other words, the British Championship. It's all unofficial, but who could possibly doubt its credibility with Rangers and Arsenal currently occupying the positions they finished up in at the end of last season, north and south of the border. About 30,000 will be here at Ibrox tonight, thousands more watching on a giant screen at Highbury, millions worldwide. And I don't care where you're watching, Ian St John, it won't be as cold as it is here in Glasgow.
One of the coldest places in Europe, I gather, tonight. That's one thing about that, the weather. The players can't stand around, otherwise they freeze to death. So I would expect to see a lot of running around, a good physical game. And I do hope that Rangers play a bit better than they have done in the big games here at Ibrox. The European games I'm thinking about. I think the Froes on the day didn't play well. It's a real challenge for them tonight because the Arsenal are a good side, a class side, and I think Rangers will have to be at their best to beat them.
Will Rangers dictate the pace? In other words, will it be more Scottish-style football or English-style football?
Well,
or European-style football?
Well, with the amount of Englishmen on the pitch, I think it'll be an English-style game. There's only about 4 or 5 Scotsmen playing. I think the home team, obviously, with the fans here tonight, egging the Rangers on, I think the home team have got to make it. But Arsenal, as we know from what we see down in England, very good counter-attack team as well. And I'm expecting tonight a very good game.
Great credibility, isn't it? I mean, it's the British Championship. No one can possibly dispute that.
Oh, as you said there at the start, both teams are where they finished last year, up at the top of the table. So their form is good at the moment, and we can expect, I should think, an excellent game.
Ian, thanks very much indeed. Right, what about the two managers? Graham Souness and George Graham. Strong personalities, as indeed they were as players.
Little dummy by Johnston, gets it back from Rush. It'll come maybe for Dalglish, just nicking it away from Richardson. Souness spreading it for Neil. Played on again for Johnston. Here's Dalglish. Neil in for Souness. And a goal! Souness for Liverpool. Ross. Oh, and now Graham. Flicked off for Samuels. Graham! Oh, a fine goal! George Graham! And what a goal it was!
George, many years ago, I suppose if things had turned out slightly differently, you could have been a Rangers player, couldn't you?
Yes, one of the last times I was here was I was 15 years of age when I came to see the then manager, Scott Simon. He wanted to sign me on as a schoolboy, but the place has changed slightly since then.
You've always been a great advocate of the big clubs in England and in Scotland competing against each other on a regular basis, haven't you?
I think so. I think the people in England and Scotland would like to see that. I think the format in England has become a wee bit tired, and I think it's the same up here.
Think this could be a test case for a British league?
Well, I think that may be one for the future, incorporated obviously into our own leagues, because I think that's the basic strength of every championship is to be strong in your home league, and obviously extended into a British league, it would be ideal.
I think we'll find out tonight that this is a very important night for the Scots. What about for Arsenal and for the English?
Well, obviously it's important for us because we won a very, very exciting championship last year, and Graham's done the same up here with Rangers. They've had a tremendous few years, and we want to take them on up here in Scotland and obviously to beat them.
Do you think the game has lots of credibility, Graham?
Without a doubt. I'm sure you'll see a game tonight. Both teams attempt to play football, and we hope that tonight both teams are able to. The conditions are perfect, although it's a very cold night. There's not a wind, the pitch is perfect, and there's players out there who can entertain and can perform, and hopefully we'll see that tonight.
What about comparisons of style, George, between top English clubs and top Scottish clubs? Are we likely to see that tonight?
I don't know. I think there's there's different sort of systems and different styles of play, both in England and in Scotland. I think that's one of the strengths of British football. When you go on the continent, the majority of teams play with a sweeper system, maybe with the exception last year of AC Milan, who play with a flat back four. But I think in British football, I think there's a lot of systems. The sweeper system, there's you know, the flat back four playing a lot of offsides, and I think that's the beauty of our game, variety. I think you'll see a very good game tonight, very competitive.
Have you learned anything from that?
Of course, I went to watch them twice in the last 4 weeks, and I'm very impressed. They're very workmanlike. They'll be hard to beat. I would describe Arsenal right now as maybe the hardest team to play against in Britain, I think, with the style they operate.
Well, that interview with Graham Souness and George Graham recorded a little bit earlier. Incidentally, there's been a traffic jam not far from Ibrox Park tonight. Thousands of spectators have been held up, so the kickoff was delayed. But you'll be able to see the match right after the break.
Remember romance, the way we would dance and wanting to come.
Classic from Castella, for the man who thinks that little bit bigger.
Hey, this is a kitchen floor, not a racetrack.
Mind you, I need a racing start if I'm to get it clean by 10. Flash liquid.
Ready for your driving lesson, Mrs. Jones?
Flash liquid. Formula 1 for floors.
Welcome back to Ibrox Park. We are ready for the best of British. Your commentators, Ian St John and Alan Parry.
Well, Rangers are without their leading goal scorer, Ali McCoist, who has his stomach upset, but what a replacement they've got. Mark Walters, currently serving a 3-match suspension for league games, will play alongside Mo Johnson as a central striker. The other names will all be familiar to football fans throughout Britain. This team contains 7 full internationals, 4 of them English. Mark Walters, who has England World Cup ambitions, and his pace and skill a real handful, I'm sure, for Arsenal's defenders. The Arsenal lineup contains 5 internationals, and the big news is the return of Paul Davis, who hasn't played in the first team since the end of last season. He's been out with a thigh injury. So the match gets underway with Arsenal in a change strip of yellow and dark blue shorts. Rangers in their famous blue shirts and white shorts. Rangers attacking from right to left in this first half. Terrific atmosphere here. Over 30,000 inside Ibrox. Niall Quinn dispossessed, and Goff helps the ball back to Chris Woods in the Rangers goal. Rangers, Scottish League champions, a record 39 times, including twice in the last 3 seasons. Arsenal, English champions 9 times, winning the league for the first time in 18 years, of course, in that memorable finale last season. And appropriately, both teams currently top of their own leagues at the moment. Gary Stevens with the throw. Out by Winterburn. Laid back by Marwood. Adams having a little bit of trouble getting it clear, and Paul Davis gets his first taste of the action. Stevens with the throw. Trevor Stephen. And the ball laid in throw. Johnston. Cleared by Dixon. Back to Trevor Stephen again. Stevens with the cross. Johnston unmarked in the middle, but also offside. Mo Johnson, as you can see, wearing gloves. It's a desperately cold evening here in Glasgow tonight. The referee, one of the most experienced officials in Scotland, David Syme from Rutherglen. And a warm welcome, if that's the appropriate phrase on a night as cold as this, to all the supporters watching the relay of this game at Highbury. I'm sure you'll be warmer than us. Quinn's header, knocked back by Trevor Stephen. This is Gary Stevens. And another touch for Chris Woods. Merson in this new partnership tonight, trying to test one of England's deputy goalkeepers, Chris Woods. Johnston the target, O'Leary heading clear, but just before he did so, he pushed Mo Johnson. Free kick to Rangers. Terry Butcher's gone up for it, Trevor Stephen looking for him, and he won it as well. Walters in on it, and Lukic strong. Well, Ian St John, a Scot shouldn't really be feeling the cold as much as an Englishman, but I suspect you are.
Well, I'm glad I had my porridge this morning, Alan. I'll tell you, it really is a parky night up here at Ibrox. But I think the football tonight will warm us. Both teams look, even at this stage, as if they've come out to try and play a bit. And what I think all fans don't like to see is when it's one of these games where you feel there's not an awful lot at stake, although we're saying it's a British Championship match, you know, sometimes the players don't put it in. But I think tonight we'll see both teams really getting themselves about the pitch and being really busy.
There's Mo Johnson with a good little layoff. And back it comes. And that's a good ball as well to Monroe on the left, and a dangerous looking cross, and Johnston was very close to getting on the end of it. Knocked behind by Winterburn for a corner. The first of the game. Good ball. Monroe's cross almost finding Johnston on the far post. A lot of danger from the likes of Gough and Butcher from corners, although this one goes in along the ground. Trevor Stephen again. Cleared by Richardson, but only as far as Butcher, and his snapshot well wide. Terry Butcher now in his 4th season since his move from Ipswich, and an ever-present in virtually every one of those seasons. Ferguson up well, but straight to Winterburn. Quinn got it through, and then Merson finding Marwood on the far side. Only Rocastle in the middle for him at the moment. He aimed for him, but it never reached him. Butcher's clearance. Adams winning it well. Out again by Gough, and it's a good ball for Walters, and a break on here. Stephen, and he's got Johnston inside him unmarked. Good challenge, though, by Lee Dixon. That was superb defending by the Arsenal number 2. Because had Walters been allowed to play that ball through, or rather had he been able to receive it from Stephen, there would surely have been a goal. Walters was unmarked. Butcher's clearance. O'Leary again wins it, but it drops this time for Monroe. Adams. Now Spackman. Johnston. First touch let him down, and Adams gets it clear. Rocastle under pressure here from Monroe, but he's done well, and he finds Merson. Quinn's unmarked in the middle, and Marwood outside him, and he's seen him. This is Marwood. Laid back for Davis, which possibly wasn't the right ball. And then the cross from Winterburn, and it drops to Quinn. And the Rangers very relieved to get that one away. They looked real danger then. Monroe eventually cleaning things up. Minutes gone in the first half then. Still Rangers 0, Arsenal 0. Brown with the clearance. Johnston up very well. Well, it proves that even when you're up against a guy who's over 6 foot, if your timing's right, then you can still win the ball. Brown got up very well. This is Walters. Johnson in just behind him. Munro through. And Johnston turned to look at the linesman's flag, almost knowing, as Munro played it through to him, what the decision would be. Butcher got it clear. Ferguson, a poor header. Straight to Marwood. He's got Winterburn outside him. Richardson. Marwood again. Trevor Stephen got it clear, only as far as Rocastle. Dixon thundering down the right for him. And the tackle by Munro is a foul. Chris Woods lining up his defenders. Richardson over the ball. Quinn has gone forward and is being joined in the box now by Tony Adams. It was aimed at Adams and came through to Quinn, and the referee allowed play to go on then when it looked as though there'd been a handball as that free kick came over. You can see it again here, Ian.
Well, this is the first time that Arsenal have managed to get in touch with the free kicks, and they're always very dangerous. And it did look as if Niall Quinn gave it the old elbow there to try and knock the ball down.
Perry Groves is about to come on and replace Marwood in the Arsenal lineup, but not until the ball's gone out of play, of course. Forward from Munro, but too far forward. Lukic coming way outside his own penalty area again, but finding Quinn. Turned forward by Davis. Here's Quinn again. And the referee gives a free kick against him. This time it was handball. And the referee's attention being drawn to the touchline. Where Arsenal now will make their substitution. Brian Marwood has clearly got a bit of a knock. Goes off. And Perry Groves will take his place. Groves, a lot of pace, very direct, 4 goals already this season, as Trevor Stephen gets onto that through ball from Walters, but offside given. Referee said play on, because Arsenal are in possession. I'm not sure O'Leary realised that. I think he'd rather have had the free kick then. Goff wins it back to Butcher.
That was an unusual decision, wasn't it? The referee overruling the linesman on an offside decision. It's not often you see that.
Quinn wins it again. Merson nearly reached it. Davis! Oh, what a tremendous goal by Paul Davis! And what a way to celebrate your return to first-team football. 27 minutes gone, and Paul Davis, who hasn't played since the end of last season, shows that his reactions are just as sharp as they were when he was a regular. How quickly he moved onto that loose ball, and the shot arrowed beyond Woods.
It was an unstoppable shot, and Terry Butcher didn't get a tackle in there. Davis read the ball was racing through, and from just the edge of the box there into the top corner. A real beauty.
Tremendous goal from Davis, and that has livened things up now. Rangers go a goal down. Butcher forward to Walters. Ferguson's there, O'Leary's interception. But here's Trevor Stephen, and a good ball. Roe Johnson. 3 players in the penalty area. He looks for Munro, but Lukic is too tall to be beaten by that kind of cross. Dixon. Merson. Quinn. Good ball, Rocastle, Dixon, good play, but it hit him on the heel and breaks for Brown. Now Trevor Stephen. 5 is Spackman. Stephen. Brown. Good challenge from Rocastle. backman. Stephen. Trevor Stephen, incidentally, playing in a central midfield role these days. So used to seeing him on the right for Everton in England. Here's Gary Stevens. Walters. Never reached him, though. Rocastle. He'll have to go alone for the moment. Merson fell. And Rocastle quite adept at keeping the ball. Now Merson's back on his feet and in possession. Richardson. Rangers pushing up, trying to play offside. Dixon. And Rangers get their offside. And Arsenal are going to make another substitution here. David O'Leary, who I thought was struggling a moment ago when the ball came into the area, has gone off injured. Looks as though he's pulled a muscle, and Gus Caesar will take his place. Well, that's bad news, really, for Arsenal, Ian.
Well, 2 players off already, yes. But I must say that the game...
I think you're OK. Adams in possession.
I was going to say the game, there's been a lot of effort going in, and it's been an interesting game, but what we've missed really has been goal-mouth incidents. But that goal certainly livened things up.
A good kick by Lukic. Walters wins it. Quinn. Still Quinn and Mercer. And that should definitely have been Arsenal's second goal. That's a bad miss by Paul Merson. The ball came through almost by accident. Quinn battling away for it. It bobbled straight into Merson's path, and he had time to do better than that, Ian.
Yes, a bad miss from young Paul. It's not often, mind you, he misses him when he gets through like that. He's usually a very good finisher.
7 minutes to half-time, and that could be a crucial miss, but here goes Quinn again, and he finds Merson again. Was that a push by Brown? No, says the referee. Play on. Monroe. Dixon's challenge. Merson can't believe it, but I suspect he's more disappointed with his own inaccuracy a few moments earlier. And one thing's for sure, Niall Quinn is causing a lot of problems to Rangers' defence with his physical style, and the crowd don't like it.
Well, I don't come across players as tall as him up here in Scotland, that's for sure. And the big fella has put himself about tonight. Let's face it, he's fighting for his place, isn't he?
That's right. Oh, well won by Butcher, a towering header. Johnston. Brown. It's not a bad ball either. Ferguson. And he's beaten Caesar. And he's beaten the second challenge from Davis. Good play. Gary Stevens. Well, he hit it straight at Groves, but retains possession from the rebound. Trevor Stephen hooks it in. Gus Caesar away. Rocastle. Quick break on here for Arsenal. They've got 3 men forward. Good challenge, though, by Brown. It just stopped Rocastle in his tracks, but Groves unmarked on the left. Rocastle. Dixon. And the 1-2 didn't come off. Monroe with the interception. And the crowd enjoyed that moment. But the ball too far ahead of Mo Johnston. Less than 4 minutes of the half remaining then. Rangers 0, Arsenal 1. Butcher wins it back, but only as far as Davis, and now Richardson. Gary Stevens. Davis. Merson's had a good one for Groves. The interception by Gary Stevens. And Adams having a very sound game for Arsenal tonight. Tony Adams hasn't really missed a thing.
No, that's correct. Rangers really haven't found a way around Adams yet tonight, and I think they'll have to have a little chat at half-time and decide there may be other ways of trying to play in this game other than what they've been doing in the first 45.
Stevens. Graham Souness confined to the stand these days with Walter Smith, his assistant. They're banned from the touchline. And their job starts now, because there's the half-time whistle, and they've got to try and sort out Rangers' first half inadequacies here. A splendid goal by Paul Davis, separating the sides at half-time. A lively game, not quite as much goalmouth incident as we would have hoped for, but plenty to play for in the second half. Half-time score, Rangers 0, Arsenal 1. Rejoin us after the break.
Henry Winterman's History of the World, Part 1. Henry Winterman's slim panatellas. What fire was invented for?
Good morning, Bob. Here we Bye, Bob.
Hello, Dad. Nice holiday.
And what do you call this, then?
It's new bold liquid, isn't it?
No! Son, we are already stocking loads of other liquids.
Yeah, but it's got a built-in softener.
An L-Dub in here is a thoroughbred racehorse. They all soften, don't they?
But this is different. Look, the rep left these 2 towels. Now, this one's been washed in bold.
See? They're both clean. Go on, have a feel. Blimey, it is softer. Yeah, but for extra softness, they're going to charge extra wonga, aren't they? Customers won't buy it.
But it doesn't cost any more.
What's the catch?
There's no catch. For the first time, there's a liquid with extra softness included in the price.
Just one little thing, Einstein. How are we going to shift that lot?
Right, the countdown to the big one starts here, with World Cup 90. Now, this is a lot more than your average sticker album. It's a complete guide to the whole competition. World Cup 90 brings you player picks to collect for each national squad. Action shots, mind you. You get each team's World Cup history and honours. Reports on great games, great moments, and profiles of the star players. With this double-sized Part 1, you get the binder free and 5 packs of stickers to get you started. World Cup 90. I'd watch out for it if I were you.
It's okay. It's just a nightmare.
So as Rangers get the second half underway, welcome back to the Ibrox Stadium for this unofficial British Championship match. Bonnie Ginsberg has come on during the half-time interval in goal for Rangers, and they've made 2 other substitutions as well. Davy Dodds and Tom Cowan have come on. John Brown and Richard Goff have gone off. So all 3 substitutes permitted. That's Cowan, a 20-year-old left-side midfield player who came for £100,000 from Clyde. Arsenal, remember, have already made 2 of their 3 permitted outfield substitutes. And they lead by 1-0. Forward from Davis, the man who scored the goal. And Butcher gets it back to Ginsberg, who's played 8 games this season. There's Davy Dodds, former Dundee United man, wearing number 12. Dodds has gone into a forward position. And Mark Walters has now returned to his more normal outside left role. Butcher's clearance, that's an Arsenal throw. Merson. Groves couldn't keep it in. Johnston. Arsenal's throw, Winterburn will take it. Incidentally, surprisingly, in friendlies and testimonials and so on, these two clubs have met no fewer than 21 times down the years, and it's very much in Rangers' favour. They've won 10 of them. Arsenal only 4, 7 drawn. Mark Walters for Rangers. Intercepted by Dixon. And Spackman brought down by the Arsenal number 2. Didn't really need to do that. Spackman wasn't in a particularly threatening position. Dixon won the ball initially, and then as Spackman took it off him again, Dixon's challenge was a bit wild. Stephen and Walters, the two players over the ball. Walters just sets it up for Ferguson to hit it. And despite the ooze of the crowd, it was well wide, really, Ian.
Yes, it was wider, but I'm looking at the Rangers substitutions, and I think Graham Souness was quite right to change things down his left flank. I don't think there was an awful lot happening in the first half down that side, and he shook it up. He's got Walters out there with Cowan behind him now, and we'll just see how they manage to operate. Bobby Robson having a look at all the Englishmen on view.
Here's Munro. Dodds. Johnston. Ferguson. Stevens. Spackman. Under pressure from Davis, and he's done well. Spackman, that's a good ball. Stevens, good play. But just one ball too many, perhaps, but given away again by Arsenal. Terry Butcher. He's got Cowan on the left, and Walters directly ahead of him. Spackman. Stephen. Good start to the second half, this, by the Scottish champions, and that's a good ball as well. And oh, scored, yes! Oh, Johnson got on the end of it, and that's the equaliser. 5 minutes into the second half. Spackman with the through ball. Ferguson onto it. He whipped it straight across the goal mouth, and Johnson made contact. Lukic claimed with a hand. He said with his chest.
I think with his chest as well, but the pressure from Rangers finally paying off. A good ball here across the face of the pitch, and you'll see a little more diving in there, and I think he did get it with his chest, and then it went.
So Mo Johnson gets his 11th goal of the season, and early in the second half, Rangers are level. Rangers 1, Arsenal 1, and the noise around Ibrox now really something. John Lukic reluctant to return the ball. He still feels, the Arsenal goalkeeper, that Johnston used a hand then, but from that angle behind the goal, it looked as though it was the chest. So Arsenal have to build again, and they begin that rebuilding by going all the way back to their own goal. Mo Johnson gets his 7th goal in the last 9 games. Quinn up well at the other end. Merson's there, but good defending. And indeed the free kick given for a foul on Munro. Johnson fouling Adams. Looked a bit harsh, that decision. Free kick to Arsenal, top of the First Division again, of course. Quinn will be the target for Winterburn. In fact, it was met by Groves and then cleared by Stevens. Dodds fouled by Caesar. The referee has allowed play to go on again. Dixon. It's a good ball for Merson. And a good-looking cross, and Quinn was on the end of it. And Arsenal are back in front, or are they? Yes. Suddenly, Quinn looked, thinking the goal was going to be disallowed, but his fears were unfounded. It stands Merson got in behind the defender Monroe, clipped the ball dangerously across. Quinn went in and met it. It hit Ginsberg on the chest, and there was nothing wrong with that goal.
Actually, it was slack marking by Rangers, and Monroe in particular, allowing Merson to get in behind him. But once he got there, he played a lovely ball across the 6-yard box, and the big fella with his long legs managed to just poke it in.
12 minutes gone in the second half then. Rangers 1, Arsenal 2 now. Now Quinn's 4th goal of the season. Stephen came back to him off Davis. Now Spackman. Ferguson. Groves beats him in the tackle. Winterburn to Merson. What a good layoff, although he was unlucky. Spackman read it well. Stevens. Strange ball by Stevens. But it finds Walters in the end. Dixon clear. Oh, lovely football from Rocastle, and another dangerous looking break here for Arsenal. Still Rocastle, what a run this is. Still got it. And then gave it away. What a disappointing end to that fine run.
He's had a fine game tonight, David Rocastle, Alan, and that was a tremendous run. But his overall game, I think, tonight is better than it's been for some time, I think. He's not had a great season so far, but he's sparkling about this evening.
Oh, Johnson. Winterburn. Stevens. Dodds. Rocastle got in just ahead of Mark Walters. Good header from Butcher. Dodds. Beaten by Richardson, but there was a handball appeal, and it's been upheld by the referee. Monroe with the free kick. Quinn's back to defend. Monroe in again. Straight forward for Lukic. Walters. Spackman's in there. Cowan. That's a good ball. Mo Johnson. Spackman. Stephen. Spackman again, and Stephen. Good attack this by Rangers, but a good challenge again from Adams. Groves caught in possession, and Winterburn rescued the situation. Some of the tackles really flying in now. Groves using his pace. Was he fouled by Ferguson? He was. Half an hour of this game remaining. Ferguson's foul on Groves gives Arsenal the free kick. They lead by 2-1. Niall Quinn, who got the second goal, forward again for the free kick. Winterburn will take it. Won by Gary Stevens. The ball breaking for Davis, scorer of the first goal. Groves is in there. Davis again. This is Winterburn. The cross aimed towards Quinn, and the goalkeeper did well, and Quinn's challenge was a bit clumsy again. A real favourite here, Bonnie Ginsberg, with the Rangers supporters. And he had to be brave and decisive then as that cross came over. Quinn's not the man you want to see coming at you in that situation. Merson's flick, Quinn. Well, played the ball in behind Rocastle. It's so fast in the middle of the field, it really needs somebody to try and settle it down a bit. Stevens. Good challenge by Adams. Quinn, Merson with him, and Rocastle. And now Dixon. Merson wants the ball played in high to the far post. And Dixon held on to it too long, really. But gets it back. And does well. And still Dixon. Rocastle. Good play by Rocastle, a dangerous cross. And a spectacular clearance by Monroe. Walters. Johnston. And the ball had already crossed the line. And also, I think there was a foul as it was played up the line on Cowan. Dodds. Groves there to dispossess him. And in fact, the referee has said that Groves was fouling the Rangers man. Cowan with the free kick. Short to Monroe and now to Trevor Stephen. Merson working very hard to deny him space. This is Stevens. Ferguson. Spackman. Great deal of pride at stake here tonight. Rangers believe they've got a team as good as any in Britain, and they want to prove that against the English champions. But at the moment, it's Arsenal leading 2-1 and really enjoying a good spell in this game. Merson, a wasted ball though. Walters with space in which to attack the defender, the situation he relishes. And as he played it through to Mo Johnson, there was a misunderstanding. Richardson. Quinn. Now Walters can try again. Stephen. Butcher. Good strong run here by Terry Butcher. And he ran into trouble in the end and was fouled. Butcher forward for the free kick. Taken by Walters. Butcher's header. Oh, it was well saved by Lukic, because that was creeping in. Lukic did well to reach it. Butcher's header aimed at the top corner, and Lukic just palmed it away. Corner. Butcher there again. And it came off the head of Davy Dodds for a goal kick. Cowan with the header. Caesar got it away. Midway through this second half now. And Caesar did well. Dodds is there with him and is brought down. Just Caesar trying to claim that Dodds made the most of that, but he certainly made contact. And this could be a dangerous situation, this free kick. Caesar had the ball initially. He was thinking about playing it back to Lukic. And Dodds came in and made it a problem for him and went down. Walters' free kick, Lukic coming and just about got there. Ferguson turns it back. Stevens. Stephen. Difficult ball. Headed away by Adams. Cowan. Adams there again with Johnston. Winterburn dispossessed by Stevens. And he just got it wrong, really. He was trying to angle it into Walters, but got the angles wrong.
It was almost impossible, really, to get the ball across the way he wanted it there with his right foot. It'd have been better just having a go with his left peg, surely.
Butcher. Stephen. Good play, Ferguson. Johnston, but Adams is in there again like a tiger. He's had determination written all over his face all night, Tony Adams. Mo Johnston. Butcher. In towards Dodds. And Winterburn gets it away. Stevens. Dodds and Walters just behind him, and Caesar was climbing all over Dodds then. And I would have to say that Caesar's very fortunate to get away with that challenge. It's always difficult for referees to decide whether the forward is backing into the defender or not. Well, actually, looking at it again from that side, I think maybe the referee was right. Ian, what's your view?
Well, I thought Caesar had jumped too early, and he was coming down, you know, as the Rangers player was wanting to go up.
Anyway, a talking point as the long throw comes in. Oh, and it's a difficult bouncing ball in there. Ferguson's in there. Dodds is in there. The shot by Spackman. And finally, Arsenal get it away. Oh, and a bad ball there by the youngster Cowan. And he's a bit fortunate not to be punished for that, but he takes the throw in quickly and intelligently. Walters. Rangers throw. And Quinn working hard to defend this time. Stephen. Oh, it eluded everybody. Here's Spackman. Still Spackman. Oh, so close to his first Rangers goal. And after that melee in the Arsenal goal mouth, when the ball finally came out to Spackman, he kept his shot low and he hit it hard, but it went just wide. Back again, Cowan. And he was fouled by Richardson. Richardson, or Geordie, even he said he felt it was freezing tonight. And the free kick taken and rather wasted by Rangers, but they'll have another one for handball. Butcher's gone forward, marked by Quinn, who he has been marking when the ball's been at the other end. What a battle those two have had. Walters with the free kick. Interesting, Johnston. Good little ball out as well to Cowan. Winterburn was the only man who really reacted as the cross came in. It's a corner. Trevor Stephen will take the kick. Not a good kick either. But it comes back to Cowan. And Cowan was tackled just as he hit the ball. And that's a free kick.
I've been impressed with this young fella, Tom Cowan. Got a belt in the nose from the referee there. But he's very confident, very quick looking as well. And, you know, he looks a bubbly little character.
Under 5 minutes to go then. Arsenal holding a 2-1 advantage here. But now facing this free kick. Trevor Stephen and Ferguson, two players lining up the shot. It's Ferguson who hits it straight at the wall. Monroe. Dodds moved in quickly. Walters is there. The whistle's already gone. It won't count. As Johnson lashes the wall into the net, he knew, I think. He'd heard David Syme's whistle go. Ian?
Yeah, again, it was a good ball by Cowans, you know, neat little ball in there. And it would appear, well, Mo Johnson was offside anyway, but it would appear it was a foul against Dodds.
Richardson. Back it goes to Dixon. Monroe. Dixon's there again. Johnston, that's a good ball. Stephen dispossessed. And a foul by Richardson, so maybe Rangers will have one final opportunity as Spackman is brought down. been a lot of stoppage time added. 3 minutes of it. This has got to be the last chance, surely. Stephen in, Butcher's in there. Away by Adams. Winterburn will try to prevent the corner and does so. And there, in fact, is the final whistle. And at the end of this unofficial British Championship, it's Niall Quinn's goal which has given Arsenal victory. Paul Davis with a brilliant first-half strike, giving the English champions the lead. Mo Johnson pulled one back for Rangers early in the second half. Quinn's winner, though, gave Arsenal a deserved victory over the match. A lively encounter, good competitive football, and how nice to see the British Championship played on a British ground. That's got to be the way forward for this new competition. So the final score at Ibrox, Rangers 1, Arsenal 2.
Arsenal then, the new British champions, unofficial or not, they certainly end it the hard way. Ian St John, it was quite a battle out there. Not pretty stuff, but it was good, hard, competitive football.
No, it wasn't the great.
And he skipped past Sully. 3 waiting in the centre for Aston Villa. Olney, goal! Ian Olney scored, and a very good piece of work again on the right-hand side by Tony Daly. A simple goal in its own way, but crosses always dangerous when they're delivered like that. And Daly knows where the target is. He skipped past Sully.